Hey everyone, welcome to another vlog of mine. So, I did this before with Chuck, where I talked about it and said how much of a fan I was. Well, here we go again, but only this time it'll be a show called King of Queens. And as you can see, I have the complete box set as it says right here. So if you're wondering what it looks like, here's the front, here's the one side, here's the other, and here's the back side. Now, King of Queens started back in 1998, 2 years after Everyone Loves Raymond, and just to let you know, if it pretty much, if I'm right on this, um, pretty much without Everyone Loves Raymond, there probably wouldn't be King of Queens. And if Kevin James didn't go on Saturday Night Live, then there would be no King of Queens. So there's that also. Because if you didn't know, Kevin James played a guest spot in Everyone Loves Raymond in the first couple of seasons, and Raymond came over to King of Queens at some point um, in about 4 episodes, and his family came in 1 or 2 episodes. Not his whole family. Well, was his whole family? Yeah, pretty much his whole family was in it. So, pretty much King of Queens. You have uh, Doug and Carrie. They've been married at this point. They've been married for a certain amount of years, and um, at some point, they're gonna they go and visit their father at his house with his newest wife. They go, even though they don't want to go, and then they come back, and then they get a phone call that very same night saying that the house went up in flames and this is after his newest wife died of a heart attack or something like that. Anyways, so Carrie decides to come up with the idea of maybe her father can stay at their house because they have a cool basement, and Doug doesn't want that um, because he just got like this big huge TV, and like he has like the perfect man cave for himself all set up, and now he has to move it all to the garage. So you can see how the hijinks go from uh, how they can go. So that lasts for 9 seasons with the marriage going up and down, up and down, and little funny things and guest appearances from random people like Lou Ferrigno, Adam West, and um, uh, Ben Stiller's mother makes an appearance at some point, I believe, for about 4 or 5 episodes, maybe even more. I can't really remember. And even Adam Sandler makes an appearance in one of the last, either the last season or the second last season, one of the two. So, anyways, and by the end of it, and this is kind of a spoiler, so if you haven't seen the last season yet, don't watch this part at least. Um, so, okay. So, uh, they're thinking about getting divorced because, um, in a way, Carrie cheated on Doug because uh, she bought an apartment downtown and they wanted to. She wanted to move there, but he didn't want to move down there, because of like um, logistics and driving distance, and all of their friends live down where they live right now, and things just go awry and wrong, and just nothing goes right. And at this point, uh, uh, they found out that Carrie can't have a baby or something like that. So, um, so they're gonna adopt some Japanese or Korean baby, and um, after going to I forget whose wedding it is. They end up Doug gets plastered and pretty much ends up in a dumpster, or in the back of the wedding place near the dumpsters, wrestling a pregnant woman, but not really doing a good job because, well, he's drunk and can't really do anything, and wrestling one of his pals, who gets pretty much dicked around throughout the whole series that he's in it. So, anyways, um, once they get to Korea or Japan or whatever, they have the kid, and after discussing it, they realize that they're being foolish, and so last couple of minutes are pretty much, you find out 2 years later that they had the kid that they thought they were never going to have, and now they have a 2-year-old, a Japanese or Korean kid, a girl, I believe, and a new baby, plus, oh yeah, by this point, um, Carrie's father has married again, and it ends up not working out, and now we go back to where it was before, 2 kids, and then he comes in, pretty much the last second thing, we got divorced, I'm moving back in, and everything's just awry and chaotic. So that's pretty much King of Queens. It's a very funny show. I suggest, if you haven't seen it, go see it. It started in 1998, ended in 2007, lasted for 9 seasons. I mean, if it lasted for 9 seasons, then it has to be somewhat of a good TV show. Or for me, I thought it was an amazing TV show for a comedy. Um, just name a select few of people that were in the show for from season 1 up. Kevin James played Doug Heffernan. Let's just say I'm gonna name the main characters for the show. So, hold on a second. All right, here. Kevin James played Doug Heffernan. Leanne Rimes played Carrie Heffernan. Um, Jerry Stiller played Arthur Spooner, who is Carrie's father. Victor Williams played Deacon Palmer, whose best friend is with Doug Heffernan. Patton Oswalt is Spence Aldrin, who is friends with Deacon and Doug. Danny Heffernan is his cousin, who you don't see until, like, I think season 4. Nicole Sullivan, who plays Holly Shepard, who is a dog walker who walks Arthur Spooner. I know that's weird, but anyway. Kelly Palmer, who is obviously Deacon Palmer's wife. She doesn't play much of a role, but she's in for about in about 40 episodes. Ray Romano, who plays Richie. I don't know his last name. He was in the first couple of seasons, and then that was it. Lou Ferrigno plays himself. He's actually in 20 episodes. And then I'm just trying to see if there's anyone else that may have been like a major role. Actually, one other thing, Ben Stiller actually was in an episode of the show. They had a flashback at one point, and he played Arthur Spooner's father, so that was kind of funny. Anyways, so, whenever you watch this, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, and don't forget to check this out.